everybody, this is Cynthia and I'm here again with Todd, and today we're here to discuss the Leadville 100 run. It happened last Saturday and it was the fifth, or actually Todd's sixth race in the series of the Leadville Challenge that happened this summer. Todd, how are you feeling after the Leadville 100?
Really?
Yeah.
It sucks.
Well, I know that, but you, yes, tell us what happened and how you're feeling today.
Well, the run went great. Now, it is Wednesday now, so the race has been 4 days ago. But, so I'm actually feeling pretty good. But in the beginning, everything was going great. I was going through the checkpoints, came to Twin Lakes, which was at 38 rather. Yeah, 38 miles. And hour and a half ahead of the checkpoint, feeling great. Get about 2 miles past that, we do a river water crossing, getting ready to go up Hope's Pass, and started cramping. I mean, just locking up, couldn't move the legs at all. So I had to stop. It's taking everything I had. People were giving me electrolyte tablets, drinking water, just never could get it back under control. So by Winfield, the 50-mile turnaround point, I was done. Got timed out and just didn't make it.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Was it disappointing? Are you okay?
I mean, of course it was disappointing, but you know, shit happens.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what it was. I think that's going to be the big thing, is really sit down in the coming days and next couple weeks and really analyzing what happened. You know, was it a dehydration electrolyte thing, just a muscle fatigue from doing all the other stuff? Does altitude have anything to do with cramps? So I think that's going to be the big thing, is analyzing that to see, you know, how we can keep it from happening again.
Well, let me ask you a couple other questions. So when you went into the run and the terrain being so much different than it is here, do you think that that had any effect at all? Did you feel prepared for it? Or was it something you felt like you needed probably more training for?
Everything that I ran and was doing well on, I was totally prepared for, because I'd seen most of that stuff. What I hadn't seen was the backside of Hope's Pass, going down towards Winfield and coming back, which by that time I was toast anyway, so it doesn't matter. But that was, I'd ran up or hiked up the front part of Hope's Pass several times, but never gone down the backside. And yeah, that was way more of a challenge, or was gonna be, than I had prepared for. Yeah, that was some bigger boulders and different type of rockiness than the front side.
So you would say that it is good to know the course before you attempt a race?
Oh, absolutely. And you know, but it was just one of those things where I thought I knew the course, because I had seen 85% of it, and thought, yeah, I got this. But it was that other 15% or whatever that I didn't get to do it, but it was going to kick my ass if I would have got there. I mean, you know, hopefully without the cramps, I still would have been able to finish and everything, but it would have been a tougher challenge than I thought it was going to be for that 7-mile section.
Do you feel like that you were able to eat and drink along the way prior to that point?
I was able to eat and drink. The question is, because it was hot for when you're up at 10, 11, 12,000 feet and it's 77 degrees, that sun is hot. So yeah, I was eating and drinking. The question is, was I eating and drinking enough? And was I eating and drinking the right things? You know, that's what I have to kind of go through and, you know, make some decisions on and things.
So another question, now that you have done all of these races and up until this very end, you did excellent. And actually, I think for all that you did, you still did very well. Is it something that you would think that you would want to do again, or where did it leave you?
You know, in the beginning I said, I'm not going to do this again. Because, not after the race, I mean before the races, because I've got so many things in my life that I enjoy. I would do any of the races again, you know, the bike races or the running races, but it was, you know, training for both that takes so much time. But now that I was unsuccessful at doing them, I'm like, you know, 2 years from now, maybe I'll have to do it again, because, you know, it's an awful expensive proposition to go to Colorado and spend all that time there. So it's probably not something I can financially do again next year. But right now, I think I'm stupid enough.
Yeah.
To look at doing it in 26.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that, because you know, it's so funny. There are so many people. I met a lady who was trying for the 6th time to finish this Leadville Run, and she did it, and to see the joy on her face, she was so happy. And her husband had tried your way. This was going to be, he made it to my 87 this year, and he told me he was going back next year. And some people would think that those kind of things are crazy, but I see the draw in it. So anyway, I'm really proud of you, and I think that you did a great job. And anyway, we'll see where we go next.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm gonna analyze a lot of this, because from my standpoint, it was a horrible race. But hopefully I can look at some of this stuff and figure out what went wrong. And like I said, you learn more from your screw-ups than you do from your successes. So hopefully that I'll get something out of it, and I can pass along some lessons to other people, and they'll get a whole lot more out of my failure in the run than they did me making it on the bike.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.